Whenever Saudi King Salman travels anywhere in the world, he is accompanied by his 809 cars, of which 150 are his private chauffeurs. He is also seen in videos. Once again, Sachin, whenever the world's most important people travel, an entire army travels with them. Just like American President Donald Trump, whenever he travels, he is accompanied by his motorcade, his plane, his bodyguards, as well as Secret Service officers who keep the President of the United States safe from danger anywhere in the world. If anyone other than the President of the United States enjoys such protocol during his travels, it is Saudi King Salman bin Abdulaziz. Salman bin Abdulaziz, the most important king of all the world's kingdoms, collectively owns a fortune of $1.4 trillion, or 105 million. Because Salman travels anywhere in the world, he is also known for his ability to travel. When they do, the whole world knows that someone is actually traveling. To ensure that Salman doesn't face any kind of trouble in any corner of the world, dozens of airplanes, his own servants, family members, and his protocol vehicles also travel with King Salman. In March 2017, the Saudi King's private Boeing 747 landed in Indonesia for a 900-minute tour. This was the Saudi King's first diplomatic trip to Indonesia in the last 6 years. This trip made headlines around the world. It was reported that in addition to 2 Boeing 747s, Salman also has a Boeing 757, a 777, and a Boeing 787 Versa, which are exclusively for Salman's travel. His son, Prince Mohammed bin Salman, and other family members have their own Boeing 747s ready. Such a commercial Boeing 747 is already ready. It can carry 600 people at a time, but for Salman Khan alone, this entire Boeing 747 is prepared, which is no less than a palace because it is equipped not with seats, but with a luxury bedroom, conference room, pilot's dining area, seating area, and kitchen. Overall, King Salman does not feel at all whether he is in a palace or an airplane during his travels, because all his planes will look no less than palaces. If we talk about it, a normal person hardly carries 20 kilograms of luggage while traveling by plane, but Salman is like that. On his tour to Indonesia, he carried 506 tons of luggage. Yes, a total of 560,000 grams, which included his 2 private passengers and a gold-plated escalator for disembarking the plane. This luxurious luggage did not come in the same aircraft in which he himself was traveling, but it was along with Salman. 1,500 people were transported to Indonesia in separate groups, one each in front and behind the king's plane. However, in addition to Salman, 1,500 people also came from Saudi Arabia to Indonesia, for which 36 aircraft were arranged separately. However, Salman broke all records of luxury and royal lifestyle on his Indonesia tour. According to the company that transported all this luggage from Saudi Arabia to Indonesia, they enlisted the help of 570 workers in this entire operation and transported the car, along with parking, to Indonesia in such a short time. This was not the first donor to the Saudi King's travels. For his 4-day tour to Japan, 2 gold escalators, 10 aircraft, and 100 limousines accompanied Salman to Japan. For his stay in Japan, 1,200 luxury accommodations were booked in the best hotels in the world for Salman and his entire team. A few 5-star hotels were completely emptied, and only King Salman's entourage and relatives were accommodated. However, during Salman's visit to France, nearly 400 luxury cars were hired for his protocol. Even Russian presidents don't receive this much protocol. Russian President Vladimir Putin, considered the world's most protected figure, visited King Salman. When King Salman visited Russia, he brought 1,000 kilograms of food with him. Not only that, but furniture and carpets were also brought in from Saudi Arabia. When Salman's royalty arrived in Moscow, 2 of the city's largest hotels were emptied and pre-bookings were canceled. King Salman and his team were brought in just for 4 nights of strippers. King Salman spent $3 million, or 22 crore rupees, which he paid blindly. King Salman is famous for taking his entire palace with him wherever he goes. Despite all this extravagance and pomp, King Salman's golden escalator broke while disembarking from the plane, right in front of the entire media. This caused considerable embarrassment to King Salman, but he ultimately managed to climb down the stairs using his own legs. In 2014, when King Salman visited U.S. President Barack Obama, he was no slouch on that strip. Not only were all 222 rooms of Washington, D.C.'s famous Four Seasons Hotel booked, but the entire hotel was transformed into a palace in one fell swoop. Special golden items were ordered from Saudi Arabia, including golden furniture, carpets, glamorous bed sheets, golden chairs, and even a golden murder hat trick. Talk had even reached the point where red carpets were laid in the hotel parking lot, so that King Salman wouldn't even have to set foot on the ground. So the story of a Saudi king, following in his father's footsteps, is no less. When Prince Mohammed bin Salman went to Los Angeles, he booked all 285 suites of the Four Seasons Hotel. Not only that, but the entire hotel was also given over to the Adelaide test. Even the hotel menu was changed, including the black lights. This entire extravaganza, for just a few nights, cost Mohammed bin Salman $2 million or 15 crore rupees. But the surprising thing was that Mohammed bin Salman himself didn't stay in any of these rooms. Instead, he booked a separate private palace for himself. This entire 285-suite hotel was booked solely for the team accompanying him. And this tour was not the first of Mohammed bin Salman's displays of wealth. In 2014, another crown prince did a similar thing in the Maldives. 3 islands were booked for him. To visit, Mohammed bin Salman boarded a private yacht, surrounded by an army of bodyguards. No one except the crown prince and his close associates was allowed to wander the 299 islands of the Maldives. This occasion cost Mohammed bin Salman $30 million, or 225 crore rupees. Before we leave, let us also tell you that when Salman bin Abdulaziz visited France in 2015, 100,000 people protested against King Salman, because the French beaches where Muslim officials were present were closed to the public. And on public beaches, letter stalls were set up just for King Salman to land. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Zio TV. Video, please comment in the comment section, as I read every comment. Be sure to like the video. See you in the next great video.